there was not even a buffer region. It was like small mid-century, like kind of like this house needs a little work to like this. It's very clear where we are now. Have you done much Edina driving?
Oh, not a ton.
The whole city. There's nothing. There's no property that is going down in value in
How
this
does that
city.
happen?
I don't know. I suppose when it was founded, it was just all rich people that got together and said, "Hey, let's just make our own town. And if you're poor, you can't live here. The property taxes will be huge, and like, we'll make you, take care of your lawn and shit." See, look at that. Those kids are probably forced to mow their lawn
Like 12
because of the
years old.
city ordinances. Because you can't have grass that's out of place here. It's all got to be.
All their intersections have these triangle things in the middle with grass.
To confuse the people, the lowly commoners who don't know how to use those,
It's
so they
hard.
won't come here. Yeah,
They
it
have
makes you
vines, decorative vines in their houses.
think about your driving. It makes you think about where you put the vines in your house. Gates.
Alright, we're at a dead end here.
Yeah, no, we turned. This is Browndale, one of my favorites. Left. This is actually one of my favorite streets on this quadrant of Edina.
It's really nice.
Oh yes, because I love this park up here. And if we had more Tom, I'd say we should stop, but definitely don't stop. But I read some of the Silmarillion here last summer. I didn't make it. I love that house right across the way. If I ever get to make a movie, I wanna use that as a location. The one across the bay there.
Maybe make a request of a song that you want to hear.
Street.
Is Ringman gonna...
Yeah, Ringman probably. Well, yeah, he's definitely an Edina thing. But just any old movie that I have done.
Coming up and Def Leppard next. Cool 108.
Thank you. You took us through here on Boy Day.
Not this street.
Not
it
this
was
street,
a different,
but
but
it
yes,
was
a very
Edina.
similar one. Yes, and I love those old-looking Saxon houses. I don't know if that's what they're technically called, but with the white stucco with the brown cross on it. Yeah, like old little Germanic and England, Anglo-Saxon England, not Norman England. With little bricks and stonework and turrets. That one. Okay, here you can take a right. We're winding out of the lovely neighborhood onto 50th, which is one of the more main streets. If you can, maybe don't hit the bikers. If you can. If you can, take a left is kind of the way we need to be going, but if you can't, I suppose we can. Depends how busy it is. Soren seat. We're crossing between two lakes right here. I mean, it's like one lake, but you put a road in the middle and bam, it's two lakes.
Makes it into Splinter.
Splinter. They mentioned Splinter and Tenet. I was about
I
to
know,
nudge
I
you.
know.
It's like, today's a big day for Splinter. I mean, Splinter had no meaning to us in the past.
What did they say with Splinter again?
Something about a splinter effect, or they're going to splinter out the bomb or something. I don't know. When they were talking about the bomb.
It didn't seem like it was necessary to use Splinter, so it's like they put that in there just for us.
Just for us.
Yeah.
And obviously our future selves inverted ourselves back to Chris Nolan to put his script in there, knowing that our Splinter thing would happen right today. Because I read my mythology book and or my Japanese book and saw that Splinter was Togue.
Glad.
And that Togue now means Splinter. And Splinter was in Tenet. And also, this third time I did notice a 56.
Was
And it was, yeah. In one of the first scenes, the train, when Denzel's son is getting his teeth torn out or whatever, there's a long shot, and the guy goes in for his mouth, and the train that goes in the background, it's like 99956. And that's pretty cool, too, because I love nines, and 999, that's my license plate. So 56 with that means something. Right?
It's gotta.
I think it's, yeah. So yeah, they did rip off some of my EJ stuff, but not a lot, because again, my stuff is more concerned with virtual realities and stuff. More Inception than Tenet. But man, just seeing the first 45 minutes that one day, it got me so inspired to get back into that series that I actually went back and I revised it and I published it on the Blacklist, because because I just had that drive, you know. Like I finished the script a year and a half ago, but it was so bad.
Was it?
So I had, you could choose which other way. We'll get left actually. But, it was pretty bad. I mean, not bad, but you know, like riddled with typos, like a few missing scenes where, you know, I needed to add stuff in, and then just pages worth of stuff that didn't move the story.
But
So,
now your inverse self went and influenced that movie.
Yes.
To inspire yourself to go and revise it. So now
I'm
you
red
picked up-
team. Yeah, someone on the
Yeah.
blue team went back and did that and gave me the inspiration for my red team self to go forward and finish the script. So I finished, the revised script was 212 pages. It went from 190 pages to 212 after I watched the first 45 of Tenet, and then the next 2 or 3 days I just chopped away down from 212 to 174, because that's the longest the script can be on Blacklist. But think of that, I cut like over 30 pages. That's how much unnecessary fat was on that
You can't have
script.
scripts over 174.
Oh, that's like almost a 3-hour script. People don't want to read that shit.
I suppose.
Yeah. So I was feeling pretty accomplished when I did that. I was like, wow, man, I trimmed the fat, as they call it, or cutting the shoelaces is what my director called it. You know, when you just get rid of the. So now it's a nice little 174-page epic, which is still pretty long. But you know what?
But somebody's reading it.
Well, hey, I got a download already. People don't download if it's not good, right? Because you view the script, right? If it's crap, you're not going to download it. People have too many downloads on their computer.
What do they see when they view it?
The script.
Like the whole thing?
They see the whole script.
Oh, but then they download the actual files.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So somewhere, take a look. Right. Steven Spielberg has my script on his computer.
That's pretty cool.
Well, it's an industry member. I wish they would just outright tell you who it is.
It's probably Mr. K for interns.
Mr. K would never be searching the Blacklist for a dystopian sci-fi thriller action comedy epic with all of my tags that I put in there.
Going left.
You're going right.
Oh.
Don't you have a compass in your car?
A compass?
Yeah, that tells you which direction.
Actually.
I mean, we're just going west from here. You could probably get... Oh, West 70th Street. Take this. And this is the street 70th, the one that nobody's ever on. So if you're taking 62 to Southdale, 70th works just as well. I mean, really, if you look at it, you know, logically, we've been waiting for much longer, because I thought Dunkirk was disappointing, and Interstellar was even more disappointing, probably. Just in terms of what it promised, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's been a Chris Nolan movie like this good since 2012. Or 2010, maybe.
Right.
So, really, we've been waiting a decade for this. Or at least I have. Here, take this Tracy. Take it right. This will get us to the highway. I love these Edina streets because it's also like a labyrinth. I mean, I guess you could say any city is like a labyrinth, but like especially Edina, just because the houses are nice and you like to be here. It's a pleasant labyrinth. And also, there's only 2 streets that lead you to 169 on the west side, I think. About two or three streets. So like you really have to, like, most of these streets will not take you to the highway. They'll just take you around the neighborhood, you know? They're kind of curved, or they come to bad ends.
But Tracy takes you right there?
No.
Oh.
But I know the one that will. Not 68, because you can see dead end. This is the southwest portion of Edina. Now, I've been on a couple walks with Daniel in this corner and myself.
You say you like this?
Yes, this is probably the best little corner. Because the houses, as you can see, they're modest. Or no, they're not modest. They're very, you know, wealthy people live here, and you have to be wealthy again. Lois Lane. I put that on my Snapchat
Yes,
once.
I remember that.
Yes, so this is where we were. It's like, yeah, the houses are beautiful and lovely, but at the same time, they're not like snotty, you know, huge mansions. You know, you still have a very homey kind of, like, regular people, like, who are not so, you know, stuck up. They're not part of the old world aristocracy necessarily. So what would you call this? Just generic upper class America?
Probably upper middle class.
Upper middle class, yes.